Hello! Today I'm going to be showing you how I did my Adventure Time snail tattoo. I'm really proud of it and I recorded the process, so I thought I would share. Disclaimer! I'm not a licensed tattoo artist. I am not a medical professional of any kind. This video is not meant to be a tutorial or a guide. It is simply just showing my process. If you want to give yourself a stick and poke, do your own thorough research, experiment at your own risk. This is just me showing my process and my personal experience with stick and poke. This is only my 5th one, like, total, so don't take advice from me. I'm just some guy doing this in my bedroom. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get started with the video. So I found a picture of snail that I really liked and I printed it out on paper and I'm manually tracing it on the transfer paper because I don't have one of those fancy thermal printers. I do periodically check if it's imprinting because one of the most frustrating things about this process is like putting so much pressure on this thing and hurting your hand all to find out that it's not transferring. Anyways, I'm setting up my station and I wipe everything down, put on some gloves, and lay down some saran wrap and this paper towel, which is actually a shop towel that mechanics use. I got it at Walmart and it's super soft. Highly recommend. And then after setting up, I wash my hands again and then I put on hand sanitizer. It helps your hands dry better and I just feel cleaner with it. And also it makes it more comfortable to put on gloves because I hate putting on gloves when having like wet hands or slightly wet hands. Now I'm going in with a sterile alcohol wipe and I'm cleaning the area and putting on the stencil stuff. I also had already shaved and exfoliated this area. I put on my stencil while standing up in a relaxed position in front of the mirror, so I didn't show you guys that. But after letting it dry for a bit, it was time to start poking. And I think I went too light here, but it's better to go too light than to go too deep and get blowouts and stuff. And my method is to go over the stencil at least once before wiping because I don't have the best transfer paper and I don't want to lose my stencil. Anyways, I wiped it off and this is the final result. As you can see, it's pretty faint, but you know, after a few days the ink settled in and it got a bit darker, but it still wasn't as dark as I would have liked, so I'm going to be going over it in another session. So this is about 3 weeks later. I'm setting up again, wiping everything down, and I'm also putting some green soap on the table, or like diluted green soap, to help the saran wrap stick. But my setup is pretty much the same every time. I have a paper listing the steps that is like taped to my wall so I can see it as I'm doing it. And this time I didn't need to put on a stencil because I have the old pokes to guide me. But I still shaved and exfoliated and then also wiped the area down with sterile alcohol wipes. And I'm just going in with a thicker needle this time. I'm using a 9RL. And I think I'm going to like a deeper depth than I did when I did it previously, and I had also used a smaller needle. I had used the 7RL for the old one, or I don't know, the first pass. And yeah, I only had to go over it once and for a total of 2 passes. That's all I ever do with my stick and pokes per session is 1 because my skin actually cannot take it. And yeah, I'm just wiping it off with that same diluted green soap solution that I had used for the saran wrap. And then I put some Palmer's cocoa butter on it. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like and also how I wear it to sleep because I don't use like Sanoderm to wrap my tattoos because I don't think it's necessary. They're too small. But something important, always remember to dispose your needles properly. I have been putting my needles in this Windex container, and do not throw your needles in the trash, please. The person who is handling your trash does not deserve to get infected with your biohazard material, so just put it somewhere safe. Also, I was watching Toy Story as I was tattooing, and yeah, I'm going to show you how I wear it to sleep now. So I just take one of those paper towels and some masking tape, and cover it up so it doesn't rub against my covers. And this is what it looked like the next day. It's still healing as I record this, but it's healing really well. I can actually see it in the mirror now, which is awesome. So thank you so much for watching, and the snail is waving you bye-bye. I hope you have a good day.